going to switch gears and show you now the process of the sidewall planing. The first thing I'm going to do is take out my Panzer file, and we're going to use the Panzer file to pull back the top edge of the ski. So I'm pulling back the top metal edge and the top of the ski, the skin, so that there's no interference from the file when I'm side filing or sharpening. So I use the Panzer for this, and I'm constantly going to keep cleaning. Next thing, and keep in mind this is an ABS sidewall, I've chosen my round bladed sidewall tool, and I try and pull as cleanly and smoothly with even pressure so the tooth doesn't jump on the ski and really bung it up. Next step is to take my 220 grit, wrap it around my roll pin, and I'm now going to blend the cut that I've made with my sidewall planing tool and blend that transition of the curve of the round blade into the flat part of my sidewall. So I'll move bidirectionally with the sandpaper and constantly clean the side edge of the ski so I'm not getting any of that stuff into the base. Next step is to move the paper over to my flat file, and here's my chance to really smooth out the sidewall. So I'm going to move back and forth throughout the whole length of the sidewall material from tip to tail, tail to tip, until it's completely smooth. The purpose of this is that a smooth sidewall is a much faster sidewall when the ski is up on edge. With today's shape skis, you're up on edge more than ever, and it's important that's clean. From there, I'm going to get rid of the sanding striations using Fibertex, and the Fibertex I just run by hand, use my thumb and forefinger, and I'm essentially just polishing out any of the striations caused by the sandpaper. Once again, I'll move bidirectionally. It's okay to do that on the sidewall, and I'm simply trying to get it as clean, as smooth as possible. Once I'm done there, and once again I'll remind you that this is an ABS sidewall, I'm going to move to acetone. The acetone will flash the ABS into a super clean, smooth surface that will be really fast on snow. I fold my cloth so I'm not running the risk of getting any of the acetone on the ski base. And you can see here how much material I'm removing with just a light amount of pressure. Once that's done, the sidewall is completely smooth, super shiny, and hard and tough on its edge. Now let's look at a phenolic sidewall. A phenolic sidewall is a really hard material that you can buff out really smooth, but it takes a steady two-handed even pressure approach with your sidewall plane. For cap skis, they're the most difficult to do. I like to use the square edge tool, and I'm simply trying to cut the plastic and or nylon away from the side edge, and this will have to be followed up with some careful work by the Fibertex. And you use Fibertex instead of sandpaper because the cap sidewalls do not sand well. And we're simply going to use the Fibertex to get rid of any of the nylon strings that have been pulled up by the sidewall tool. This is also a good place to point out that the goal of this video is to teach you how to do all the tricks, but there's certain things that maybe you don't want to take on at home. And if you don't feel comfortable doing either a cap ski or an ABS sidewall, take it to a ski shop that's got the tools and the technology to be able to get you past this step so you can move on to things like side edge sharpening. Our transition now with that Fibertex is smooth and clean, and it will be every bit as fast on snow as the phenolic or the ABS.